let us take the thermodynamic equilibrium and thermodynamic probability, the discussion of these two things today. So what do you mean by thermodynamic equilibrium? To understand that, you assume, you recall the postulates of equal a priori probability. According to this postulate, all microstates are equally probable in a given macrostate. So there is no biasing. So all microstates are equally probable. For example, you take a tossing of coin. So tossing of coin gives you two events. Okay, two possible events. Either it can face head or it can face tail. These two are microstates of the event. Okay, these two microstates are equally probable. That means there is a 50-50 probability. Okay, so all events are equally probable. Otherwise, microstates are equally probable. That is in accordance with the postulates of equal a priori probability. Then consider the next point. Over a long period of time, every microstate would occur as often as the other. So over a long period of time, I have shown you in the previous class an example of the falling ball. So basically, they may fall in different boxes. If you take only two boxes, there is an equal probability of falling that ball in one of the two boxes. There is a 50-50 probability. Over a long period of time, every microstate can be observed with respect to the other microstate, and they are equally probable. Okay, so this is true over long period of time. Okay, then also in the development of the ensemble, it is considered that the average values of macroscopic properties of the system in the ensemble should be time independent. Okay, so macroscopic properties, the larger properties such as pressure, temperature, so they have to be time independent. You have to take the average value of those properties of the microstates. Then average you will get the macroscopic property. That is how it is assumed to be time independent. Don't confuse with this statement a lot. So just you remember this. Macroscopic properties are time independent, whereas microscopic properties are time dependent. That is the point what I want to say. So these 2 points, above these 2 points, indicates that properties of an ensemble are independent of time, and then ensemble is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium. Okay, suppose the properties are independent of time, otherwise properties remains constant with time. Okay, it means that the system is in equilibrium. System equilibrium allide anta yavag heltire neevu, when there is no changes in the property of the system. Okay, it should be uniform property. For example, you take example of the translatory motion. Okay, a system which is moving with uniform motion is said to be in equilibrium. So velocity is going to be constant. It is independent of time. That's why it is said to be in equilibrium. If velocity is a function of time, then the system is in non-equilibrium situation. Okay, you remember this point. If a particular property of the ensemble are independent of time, then we can say that ensemble is in thermodynamic equilibrium. Basically, thermodynamic equilibrium stands for the constant value of temperature, constant value of pressure, and constant value of volume. So temperature, pressure, volume are the thermodynamic coordinates. If these 3 coordinates are independent of time, then the thermodynamic system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium. Adu equilibrium ide anta heltave, provided pressure, temperature, and volume of the system are constant. Okay, remember this. So this is the meaning of thermodynamic equilibrium. So here, in case of the discussion of statistical mechanics, we have assumed the concept of ensembles. Those ensembles have same macroscopic properties, but they have different microscopic states. Since they have same macroscopic properties, they are assumed to be in thermodynamic equilibrium. Andre ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತಹ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಥರ್ಮೋಡೈನಮಿಕ್ ಇಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಥರ್ಮೋಡೈನಮಿಕ್ ಇಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಥರ್ಮೋಡೈನಮಿಕ್ ಇಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ, ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್. Okay, so that is what thermodynamic equilibrium says. Next, what do you mean by thermodynamic probability? So general probability we have discussed, that is given by the number of events divided by total number of events that are possible. Okay, the particular number of events divided by total number of events, that is called as probability. In thermodynamic probability andrenu, for an ensemble corresponding to every macro state, there would be large number of possible microstates. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ನೋ ದಟ್. ಒಂದು ಎವ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ದರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್. ಅಮಂಗ್ ದಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್, ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ corresponding to the given macro state is known as thermodynamic probability of that macro state. A macro state ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮತ್ತೆ micro states ಇರ್ತದೆ. Okay, I will give you an example, then you will come to understand. So those number of micro states divided by total number of micro states, that is giving you the thermodynamic probability. So for time being, you remember this formula. This is usually symbolized by the omega sign. So omega is given by Ni divided by N, where Ni is the number of microstates for ith microstate and N is the total number of possible microstates. Okay, among all the macrostates. I will come to know, you will come to know this particular statement once you take an example. Simple example I will show you, then you will come to know about the thermodynamic probability. Okay, so idu just I will skip this for a time being. Idu statement ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, once you understand the example you will come to know properly. Let us take an example. Consider a system consisting of 3 particles which are represented by phase points A, B and C in phase space. Let us take 3 particles named by ABC simply. Now there are only 2 phase cells. ಎರಡು phase cell ಇರ್ತದೆ named as I and J for the occupation of these phase points or these particles. Let us take Ni and Nj denote the number of phase points in ith and jth phase cell. Ni is the number of particles in ith cell. Nj is the number of particles in jth cell. So there are 3 particles named A, B and C. There are 2 phase cells I and J. Ni represents number of particles in ith cell. Nj represents number of particles in jth cell. Now let us understand the macrostate and microstate. This table gives you complete information about macrostate and microstates. Just you look at here. So macrostate andrenu, it can give you number of particles in a given cell. Let us take one by one. First case, in ith cell, let us take all 3 particles are in the ith state, and in the second cell there are no particles because ABC, all 3 particles are there, and possible microstate is given by, in the ith cell ABC particles are there, in the jth cell there are no particles. Only one possible distribution, only one possible combination is there. This is the macrostate. Only it gives you number of particles. ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಯಾವ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಟೇಟ್. Now number of microstate for this particular state is 1. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ only one possibility is there, one macrostate, and this macrostate has only one microstate. ಇದನ್ನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. This column I will tell later. Second case you take. Second case ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, 2 particles are in ith cell, 1 particle is in jth cell. there are three possibilities. One possibility is A and B are in ith cell, C is in the jth cell. A and C in the ith cell, B is in the jth cell. B, C are in I cell, A is the J cell. So three different combinations are possible in which two particles are in ith state, one particle is in the jth state. So what are the number of microstates here? Three possible microstates are there. For this macrostate, E macrostate ಗೆ ಮೂರು microstate possibility ಇದೆ. Okay, for this macrostate, three microstates are possible. Then next third possibility, I cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ one particle ಇದೆ, jth cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು particle ಇದೆ ಅಂತ assume ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. Okay, in the ith cell one particle is there, in the jth cell two particle is there. So now there are again three possible combinations. ಮೂರು possible combinations ಬರ್ತದೆ. One is A is in the ith cell, B, C in the jth cell, B in the ith cell, AC in the jth cell, C in the ith cell, AB in the jth cell. So three possible microstates are possible. ಈ macrostate ಗೆ ಮೂರು microstates possible ಇದೆ. ಈ ತರ combination ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. And last possibility is in the ith cell there are no particles, and in the jth cell three particles are there. So here no particles in the ith cell, all A, B, C are in the jth cell. Only one combination is possible. So one combination is possible. So what are the total number of microstates? They are possible for this particular situation. You add them, 1 plus 3, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 1, 8. So totally 8 microstates are possible for this particular system. ಎರಡು ಸೆಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಮೂರು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 8 microstates are possible. 8 different combinations are possible. That's why total number of microstates is 8. What is the probability of this macrostate? It is given by the microstate corresponding to this macrostate divided by total number of microstates. What are the total number of microstates? It is 8. Out of 8, one microstate is possible for this state, this macrostate. 1 by 8, that is the thermodynamic probability. ಈ ತರ combination ಗೆ 3-0 combination ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರುವಂತ probability ಎಷ್ಟು? It is 1 by 8. What is the probability of observing the particles by combination 2, 1? 2 in the ith cell, 1 is the one particle in the jth cell. 2, 1 ಬರುವಂತ possibility ಎಷ್ಟು? That is 3 by 8. 1, 2 ಬರುವಂತ possibility 3 by 8. 0, 3 ಬರುವಂತ probability 1 by 8. Okay, if you add them, this total probability should equal to 1. Okay, so thermodynamic probability is represented as total number of microstates divided by the possible microstates. Total number of all possible microstates, okay, is called as the probability or thermodynamic probability of that macrostate. Just I will recall the definition once again. Okay, so this is the definition. Among the microstates, the number of possible microstates corresponding to the given macrostate is known as the thermodynamic probability of that macrostate. Remember, this is the thermodynamic probability of this macrostate. Okay, idu macrostate, idu microstate. Okay, thermodynamic probability is represented as the possible microstate divided by total number of microstates they are possible. Okay, understand the concept properly. Now you do it yourself. You take it as a problem. On the problem thodri, let us take, there are 2 cells. Okay, ಎರಡು cell ಇದೆ, 4 particles are there. 4 particles are there named A, B, C, D. 4 particle ಇದೆ, 2 cells are there. So you find out all possible macrostates, all possible microstates, and you find out the thermodynamic probability of each macrostate. Remember, thermodynamic probability is defined for a macrostate. Macrostate ಗೆ probability define ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. Okay, what is the significance of this thermodynamic probability? So here it is clear that the system can be observed in 4 different macro states and has different possible microstates for each of them. Total macro state possible ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 4 macro states are possible. Total 8 microstates are possible. 4 macro state possibility ಇದೆ. Total 8 microstates are possible. Okay, and they have different possible microstates for each of them. Total of 8 microstates are possible corresponding to 4 macrostates. 8 microstates possible ಇದೆ corresponding to 4 macrostates. All the microstates are equally probable and they occur equally frequently. So all the microstates are equally probable in accordance with postulates of equal a priori probability. Okay, ಎಲ್ಲ microstate equally possibility ಇರ್ತದೆ. There is no biasing. But the macrostates 2,1, that is 2 particle in ith cell, 1 particle in jth cell, and 1,2, 1 particle is in the ith cell, 2 particles are in jth cell, are more probable. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ probability ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 3/8 among the 4 macrostates, and macroscopic properties of the system are due to these macrostates. Andre the property of the system is influenced by these 2 macrostates because their probability is more compared to the 30 and 03 macrostate. Okay, idra eradar probability enide? The total probability of these 2 is basically 6/8. The other 2 states probability is 2/8. Okay, that's why these macro states are more influential because their probability is more. Thermodynamic probability is more. That is how you can understand the concept of thermodynamic probability. You do it yourself. You take an example of 2 cells and 4 particles. You find out what are the total number of macrostates they are possible, what are the number of total microstates they are possible, and what are the number of what is the thermodynamic probability for each macrostate. And already I have shared the notes corresponding to this statistical mechanics basics in the Google Classroom. All of you can go to Google Classroom and download it. So it is just 8 pages long. Okay, so only I have included the basics. So next part, in the next part, I will include the derivation of the other things. Okay, so this is about thermodynamic equilibrium and thermodynamic probability. Next, another important concept you should understand. What do you mean by distribution function? So in the previous example I have shown you, the particles are distributed in a different way. There are 8 different ways to distribute the particles. There are 8 microstates are possible. This distribution of particles can be represented by means of an equation, and that is considered as distribution function. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕೊಡಬಹುದು, and that equation or that function is called as distribution function. What do you mean by that? Let us do that. The phase points can be distributed in different ways. Here phase point means particles. They can be distributed in different ways within the available phase cells of the phase space. Okay, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು in accordance with certain conditions. In general, the number of states are very large and there will be continuous change in their number in passing from one region of the phase space to the other. If a system is dynamic, particles will move from one point to the other point by means of their translator motion or by means of their changing the change of coordinates. Their position coordinate and momentum coordinate will change, and here we have to represent that dynamic system by means of a function, and that is called as distribution function. So this can be described by a statistical function called distribution function. Okay, how to define distribution function? The condition described by a function according to which the phase points of the ensemble are distributed in a phase space is called distribution function. So it explains the condition of distribution of phase points. Phase points are nothing but particles in a phase space by means of a equation or by means of a function that is called as distribution function. So in this semester, we are going to study 3 different types of distribution functions called Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution function, that is first one. Second one is Bose-Einstein distribution function, and third one is Fermi-Dirac distribution function. Already I have discussed it while discussing the syllabus. So remember the definition of distribution function. It is a function which describes the distribution of phase points of the ensemble in a phase space. That is called as distribution function. It is an equation. Okay. Next. So in general, how this distribution function is represented? Basically, distribution function is represented by means of the position coordinate and momentum coordinate. Okay. In phase space, the distribution functions are functions of position and momentum coordinates. Phase space means it has position and momentum coordinates. That's why distribution function has to be function of position and momentum. A general distribution function in 6-dimensional phase space may be represented by f, which is a function of x, y, z, and px, py, pz. This is general to understand the concept of distribution function. Then number of particles or phase points with coordinates lying between x and x plus dx, y and y plus dy, and z and z plus zz. They are the position coordinates, and components of momenta between px and px plus dpx, py and py plus dpy, and pz and pz plus dpz are given by this particular equation. You remember, this equation represents the number of particles in a smaller element. What is that element? That element is called as dx, dy, dz into dpx into dpy into dpz. This is a smaller element of volume dv. What is that volume? It is a product dx, dy, dz, dpx, dpy, dpz. In that volume, how many number of particles are present? That is given by this particular equation. This is distribution function into volume of the phase cell. So basically this term represents the volume of the phase cell. F is distribution function. So first we have defined distribution function. Then using the distribution function, you can find out what are the number of particles present in the phase cell. What do you mean by that? A macro state. A phase cell alli ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಸೆಲ್. ಆ ಫೇಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಎಫ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫೇಸ್ ಸೆಲ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಫೇಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ ಈಚ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಡಿ ವಿ ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಸೆಲ್. ಆ ಫೇಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು particles ಇರ್ತದೆ in a given instant of time is given by this particular equation. You remember this, okay? Not so important. The distribution function, what it does, it explains the distribution of phase points in the phase cells of the phase space. It gives the distribution of particles in the phase cells. You remember that. Hence, it represents the probability of occupation of number of phase points or particles within the volume of the phase cell. In that particular volume of the phase cell, what is the probability of occupation of particles? How many particles are present in that phase cell? What is the probability of finding the particle in that phase cell? That is represented by means of distribution function. Therefore, distribution function can also give the probability density. Okay, in quantum mechanics, you might have studied, you may study in this final year, what do you mean by probability of a particle and probability density of the particle. Okay, but for time being, you remember distribution function not only gives the explanation of distribution of particles in the phase cell, but also gives the probability density, probability of finding the particle in the phase cell. That is explained by this distribution function. Okay. Next, let us complete this. The distribution function can also be represented as a function of energy, because energy is a function of momentum and position. So phase space is a momentum and position coordinate space. But you can convert that momentum and position space in terms of kinetic energy and potential energy space. The sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is given by total energy. It is nothing but total energy. Then a distribution function in terms of energy. How to give that? This is very simple equation. N of E is equal to F of E into G of E. And here N of E represents number of particles having the energy E. F of E is the distribution function as a function of energy E. And G of E is the number of states possible with energy E. So distribution function into number of states. That will give you total number of particles present in that energy E. Okay, so this will be useful in representing the energy states. New energy states, hydrogen energy levels anteಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ energy ಆ ತರ different states ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you can find out the number of particles present in the state by knowing the distribution function. How electrons are distributed in the hydrogen atom, that can be represented by Fermi-Dirac distribution function. A Fermi-Dirac distribution function into number of states possible. Adana multiply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you can find out what are the number of electrons present there. And here F of E is the distribution function corresponding to energy E. G of E is the number of states with energy E. It is actually number of microstates. Okay, that will give you total number of particles present with energy E. That is how we can represent distribution or number of particles in terms of distribution. That means distribution function can be represented as a function of energy. That is what I want to say. Okay, illi nimge distribution function is represented by means of position and momentum coordinate, and here I can represent distribution function in terms of energy. That is the point you have to notice here. The distribution function gives the average number of phase points in each state of energy E, or probability of finding the states with energy E. You remember, distribution function gives the average number of particles in a energy state E. That is that point to remember. Distribution function ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ? It gives you how particles are distributed with energy E. That is what this point, this equation says. Okay, next. If a phase space is divided into small number of elements of each energy E, dE. Okay, energy space number of elements are divided madri. Each element is having the energy dE, smallest element. Then the number of phase points or particles occupying the phase cell of energy dE is given by NE into dE equal to FE GE into dE, where GE into dE is the number of states with energies having the range E and E plus D. A small element ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂತ particles ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. So this gives you the number of particles present in small element of energy dE. ಈಗ ಒಂದು E1 ಇಂದ E2 ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, in that gap how many number of elements are there, and that gap is dE. That is how you can understand the concept here. So just you remember, this is expressed in terms of energy, that's all. Okay, next. So this density of state we'll consider in the next class. So today we have discussed three important concepts. One is what is thermodynamic equilibrium, thermodynamic probability, and we have taken an example to understand what is thermodynamic probability, how macro state and micro states are different. Okay, then what is the important finding in this example, then what do you mean by distribution function? How distribution function gives you number of particles? Okay, then how you can represent the distribution function as a function of energy? Okay, and you can find out the total number of particles present with energy E by making use of the distribution function.